Hello everyone! Many observers in the world claim that it is impossible to have a funny small talk with a German. I can tell you, this is inaccurate. Today I will give you a conversation guide you can use if you ever happen to run into a German in the wild. By the end of this video you will know exactly what to say, what not to say, and a small little secret that almost nobody knows, namely where Germans hide their humor inside a small talk. Off we go! By the way, give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell and let me know in the comments down below how you handle humor and amusement in general. We just do it with a short nasal exhalation, like so. Now I have to make a confession. Please sit down, relax, maybe get your sauerkraut first. There is no such thing as German small talk as you might imagine it. We don't even have a word for it. We just use the English one. It sounds dramatic, I know, but please hear me out. In the English-speaking world, you would use small talk maybe as a warm-up method to talk about the weather, to talk about traffic, to talk about a cute little dog you saw on the street. Basically about nothing. So why would you talk about nothing when you can talk about something? What you should do instead is direct talk. And here's how it works. Step number 1. Skip the warm-up entirely. Imagine you meet your German neighbor in the elevator. An American would say, "Hey, how are you? Great weather, huh?" A German simply says, "The recycling bin was full again on Tuesday." The conversation has already started. And you are in the middle of a guided tour through the German dual system for waste management, a topic of such overwhelming importance that your neighbor has been waiting for the right moment to share it with somebody. Ideally, somebody trapped in an elevator. Step number 2. Go directly to the complaint. In the Anglo-Saxon world, you bond over shared enthusiasm. Great weather! Yes, great weather! Both are performing enthusiasm, neither of them feels it. In Germany, we bond over shared dissatisfaction. Two Germans who meet for the first time can become very close friends within seconds. All they need is to agree that the Deutsche Bahn is statistically late and that the whole system is going to collapse pretty soon. It is in fact deeply moving. Step number 3. Share something personal without being asked. This is the part that confuses foreigners the most. In America, the polite way is to ask questions. So what do you do? Where are you from? How was your weekend? In Germany, we find these kind of questions kind of aggressive. So instead we introduce personal information without being asked. You say, "My back has been hurting 3 weeks. I think it's a chair." And the correct German response is, "Mine also, but for me it's a mattress." You have not asked, you have not been asked, and yet intimacy has occurred. Step number 4. Disagree immediately without softening. If your German conversation partner says something you do not agree with, you say so right away. Not, "That's an interesting point." Not, "I see where you're coming from." Just, "No, this is not correct." To the English-speaking ear, this might sound rude. But to the German ear, this is the highest form of respect. We take you seriously enough to argue with you. When an English native says, "That's an interesting point," what we hear is, "I have stopped listening. Please go away." We do not want that. We want the argument. This is how friendships are made. This is how marriages are made. And occasionally also how they end. Step number 5. End the conversation when you are done. Don't say a long goodbye. Don't say, "We should grab a coffee sometime. Great seeing you." You simply say, "So, gut," and you walk away. And the other person walks away as well. And both of you are slightly relieved that you had a real exchange and nobody pretended anything. It's a win-win for everyone. Step number 6. The hidden joke. And here comes the part nobody expects. Somewhere in this very direct, complaint-based and slightly aggressive exchange, a German will eventually make a joke. Imagine you are still standing in this elevator with your German neighbor. You have already discussed the recycling bin. You have agreed that the Deutsche Bahn is collapsing. You have shared that your back hurts. And then, just before the elevator door opens, the German says completely calmly, "Well, everything has an end, only the sausage has to." Then probably the German is waiting to see if you got it. If you exhale briefly through your nose to express your amusement as he or she did, you have passed. You are now allowed to come to the next Grillabend. There you have it, the 6 steps of a German small talk. You may now confidently approach any German and instead of asking how they are doing, simply inform them that the garbage truck was late again on Tuesday. They will love you for it. A small note before I go. You might wonder, how does a culture that skips small talk, complains about the Deutsche Bahn and shares about back pain without being asked, even produce humor in the first place? This is in fact a serious question and I will answer it in my next video, A Serious Guide to German Humor. It involves 10 million years of humor evolution, one specific monk who introduced laughter to Germany as a spiritual defense mechanism, and the first verified joke ever told in German. Subscribe if you don't want to miss it. See you next time at 2 p.m. sharp.
They say we cannot laugh at all, no comedy behind the wall, but hidden deep beneath the frown, a nasal breath comes trickling down. No stand-up clubs, no laughing track, just centuries of falling back from Luther's update on the soul that made the laugh a sacred goal. We don't do small, we go direct. Recycling bin commands respect. Laugh through your nose if you survive. Congratulations, you're alive. At night it's colder than outside, a truth in which we take great pride. It just means nothing, that's the joke. A perfect, useless German stroke. We don't do small, we go direct. Recycling bin commands respect. Laugh through your nose if you survive. Congratulations, you're alive.